Where are they? They always come here and try to fish? Enough waiting. If they don't show up, then... Wait. There. There they are. About time. I was starting to think that the wolves got you. Wait! Wait! Don't run! Ugh. Stop! I don't want to hurt you. I just want to talk. It's not like a human can outrun a centaur anyway. Monster? Ugh. Okay, that's a little bit rude. Look, I'm trying to be nice about this. I'm not even going at a full gallop, and I can easily keep pace. There's so many ways I could stop you if I wanted. I could lasso you and drag you back, but that would probably leave your delicate skin covered in bruises. Or I could shoot you in the leg. But the whole arrow to the knee thing has been a bit played out, don't you think? Or I could just keep pace with you until you exhaust yourself. But it's getting late and, well, you don't want to be trying to find your way back through these woods in the dark. Well, if that's the tone you're going to take, then fine. Tackling you it is. Quit struggling so much. I said quit struggling. The sooner I get you tied up, the sooner I'll stop sitting on you. I'm not even using my full weight. Well, it's your own fault for running. I told you don't want to be out here at night. And neither do I. Okay, done. Across my back you go. Really? You're still trying to resist? What do you think squirming around like that will get you? Even if I let you fall, you'd just bruise yourself up, and I'd have to pick you up again. Besides, you should be honored. Centaurs hardly ever let themselves be ridden. Relax. We'll be there soon. Hey. Hey. By the gods. I can't believe they actually fell asleep like that. Poor thing must have been exhausted. Oh well, we're here now. Hey, wake up. We're here. Yes, this is my home. It's just a cabin in a small clearing. What were you expecting, a stable? I'm a centaur, not a horse. It's okay, just forget it. Let's just get you inside. Okay, hold still. Just let me lift you off my back. Don't worry, I'm not going to just drop you on the floor. There's a chair in the corner I could put you in. No, it was there when I found the place. Honestly, I've been meaning to break it down for firewood, but somehow I just never got around to it. Maybe the fates were telling me I needed it one day. Okay, down you go. Just let me get these ropes off of you, and I'll get a fire going. I've got some leftover stew I can warm up while we talk. What about? Well, about you mostly, but also about us. Simply put, I need a companion. Hey! Sit back down. You know you cannot run me, and I don't want to have to sit on you again. Okay, good. At least you can listen. It'd be a pain for both of us if I had to haul you back here. Well, mostly for you, but just hear me out and I'll explain. Well, I guess I should start with introductions. I can't just keep calling you human after all. So, what is your name? Interesting. Not a bad name, though. You can just call me Nairu. Pleased to finally meet you. Now, as for what I wanted to talk about, let's just start by saying you don't necessarily belong here. That much is clear. What do I mean? You've been here for almost 2 weeks. I've been watching you for most of it. Your idea of hunting seems to be throwing rocks at small animals and swinging sticks at fish. The only thing I think you've ever really eaten since you showed up here were a few berries and a fish that was already dead. Well, that and the tree bark you tried to eat. Why didn't I help? Well, I didn't care. You're just some stranger trespassing in my territory. I figured you'd give up and go back home or get eaten by wolves by now. Besides, you would have most likely run as soon as you saw me. Yes, like you just did. You see how well that would have worked out? Why now? Well, let's just say I've grown fond of you. Well, like I said, I've been watching you. Ever since you came here, and the longer I watched you, the more curious I became. It was amusing watching you bumble about and try to feed yourself. And honestly, at first, if I'm being honest, I even started to pity you. Just a little. I was even thinking of leaving some food at your camp before yesterday. Why didn't I? Because you'd already found food. You just didn't take it. Yes, the fawn. Somehow or other, you actually managed to stumble across a baby deer. Food for a couple of days right in front of you. And all you had to do was lift your stick and bash its skull in. That look on your face is it all. You couldn't do it, could you? You were wasting away from starvation. Carrying you here was easier than carrying a bundle of sticks. But as hungry as you were, you just couldn't bring yourself to kill such a helpless creature. It was then that I decided giving you a meal wasn't enough. Well, what I mean is giving you food would have only helped you for a day. Maybe 2, then what? You'd be back to trying to hit fish with a stick. Yes, I know you don't have any tools or any skills. And yet you're still here. You don't have a home to go back to, do you? Judging from that look on your face, I'm not far off. You're clearly no bandit. You're too nice and honestly too inept for that life. Here, eat all you want. I have plenty. So polite. But if you really want to thank me, then satisfy my curiosity. Why are you here? What happened to you? I see. A plague ravaged your town. Killed over half? Including your family? I'm so sorry. No one should have to go through that. So, you came here to escape the disease before you got sick? Exiled. But why would... Oh. You were the only one who didn't get sick, so they blamed you for it. I'm surprised they didn't offer you up as a sacrifice. Hey, relax. It's okay. It's going to be okay. I'm sorry. We don't have to talk about it anymore. Just finish your stew. Things will get better for you, I promise. What do I mean? We can talk about it in the morning. It's late and I know you're tired, so you can just take the bed for the night. My bed? No. I'm a centaur, remember? I don't use beds. I normally just put a blanket over my back and lean against the wall to sleep. Come to think of it, I've been meaning to get rid of that bed too, but never got to it somehow. I wonder. What? No, it's nothing, just lost in thought. Get some sleep. We'll talk more in the morning. still asleep. You're still asleep. And I'm still awake. It's okay, though. I don't really blame you. It's not your fault. I've been awake for what? An hour now? 2 hours? However long it's been since you started thrashing around. That must have been some nightmare you're having. I wonder if I should have woken you. At least you're sleeping peacefully now. In a bed I should have gotten rid of years ago. But I just never got around to it. Or the chair. It's almost as if something was trying to tell me I'd need them one day. How strange. Perhaps as strange as what brought you here. So peaceful. The first good night's sleep you've had in weeks, isn't it? And the first good meal. I probably shouldn't be watching you sleep like this, but it's kind of your fault I'm awake now. And really, what's the harm? Besides, it's not like you're displeasing to the eye. Then again, I've really been alone for so long, I don't really have anything to compare you to. Still, you have a nice face, a kind face, and soft skin. I may have let my hand wander just a bit while steadying you on my back. I wonder if you noticed. So soft. So helpless. Didn't your parents teach you anything about survival? Or were they just spoiled city folk? Merchants, perhaps? I'll have to ask you when you're more comfortable talking about them. When you've had time to heal. I wonder if you're a light sleeper. Or would you sleep halfway through, being mauled if a pair of wolves had gotten to you before I did? Another strange thing that. How lucky you are that nothing made a meal of you before yesterday. Yes, it must have been fate. Fate brought you here, to me. I wonder if I touched you, if I just caressed you, just a little bit. I wonder if you'd wake. I wonder how you'd react if you saw me standing there with my hand on you when you woke. Would you take offense, or would it anger you? Or would you still be afraid of me? Or would you sleep right through it if I just reached my hand out and lightly touched you? Just like this. So soft and so close. No. No, enough of that. You need your sleep, and I need to get some air. Oh, you're finally awake. Good morning. Or what's little left of it, anyway. Well, yes, it's nearly midday. Well, I would have woken you up sooner, but you clearly needed the sleep. Come to the table. I kept your breakfast warm for you. Hope you like rabbit. Why am I staring? I hadn't realized I was. You know, you're looking much better. A good meal and a good night's sleep seems to have done wonders for you. Well, yes, I did say we'd talk in the morning, but the morning's nearly over, and we still need to find food for tomorrow. Yes, you're coming with me. I can show you some good places to forage while we're out. We can talk along the way if you want. There's also a spring nearby. You should take a bath later. No, I'm not saying you stink. I'm just saying you smell like someone who's gone over 2 weeks without bathing. Don't worry, as soon as you're done, I'll bring you back to dry by the fire. How long do I expect you to stay? Tired of my company already, are you? Relax, I jest. We can discuss that while you're out. Looks like you're done eating. Let me take your bowl and we can go. No, not those ones. They won't kill you, but they'll make you wish you were dead. You have to be careful with mushrooms. It took a lot of trial and error for me to learn which ones are edible. Some of them nearly did kill me. The ones over there should be fine. Go pick some of those while I start digging. For edible roots, of course. A truffle or two if we're lucky. Well, I'd let you help dig for them, but you don't have a shovel. I think there's one lying around the shack, but I didn't bring it. I just use my hooves to dig, but maybe next time. Yes, about twice a week. I don't always forage in the same area, though. You have to give plants time to regrow. Oh, about 7 years, I think. Maybe 8, but I'm not really sure. I just know I've been here since I was 12. Well, because that was shortly after my birthday. That was the same day my parents drove me out. You probably didn't notice, but I have a birthmark on my back. Here, let me move my hair out of the way so you can see. Yes, in blood red, in the shape of an eye. I was born with it. My parents thought I was cursed at birth. No, they largely just tolerated me. My older brother loved me, though. He's the one who taught me how to survive. I honestly owe him everything. He's, gone. My parents never cared about my birthday. My brother always celebrated with me, though. The day he wanted to celebrate by taking me fishing. I remember it was a bright, sunny day when we left. That didn't last very long, though. By the time I caught my 4th fish, a strong wind had blown storm clouds in from the south. Then the rain started. We were just getting ready to head back when the ribbon he'd given me blew into the water. He jumped in after it, trying to save it for me before it got lost downstream. The lightning nearly blinded me when it struck him. I remember calling his name, desperately crying out to him as I flailed around in the water, trying to find him, but by the time my sight came back to me, he was already gone. Washed downstream, I followed the river down, looking for him in the rain for hours, but he was just gone. And of course, they blamed me. My father would have killed me on the spot if my mother hadn't stopped him. And she only did so because she thought the curse would go to him if I didn't carry it. So they drove me out. If it hadn't been for my brother's teaching, I wouldn't have survived long enough to find my way here. The winter would have claimed me regardless if I hadn't found that cabin. Whoever built it wasn't there anymore, and from the dust, they haven't been there for a long time, so I just moved in. No one. It's just been me until now. It doesn't really matter, I suppose. It's just my fate. It's just the way things are. Okay, that should be enough for a few days. Get on, we can head back. Well, yes, I said get on. Get on my back. We'll get there faster if I don't have to slow down for you. I know what I said yesterday, but you've already been on my back once, and I'd like to get home before dark, so get on. I'll even let you sit upright this time. There you go. Hold on, I'm going to go full trot. You still need a bath before we get home, by the way. No, I'm not tired. Why do you ask? Oh, because I slowed down? No, I just didn't want the ride to be too rough for you. I'm fine. And I didn't want it to be over so soon. Oh, nothing. Just thinking. You know you can hold on tighter if you like. I won't bruise. As you wish. We're nearly there regardless. See the plumes of steam? That's right. It's a hot spring. I think that's why the former owner built the cabin here. My brother once told me some hot springs have healing properties. Does this one? Maybe. I'm not really sure. I just know I always feel better after I soak my hooves. Here we are. You can get down and undress now. What do I mean? You don't plan on bathing fully clothed, do you? Undress. I'll wash your clothes for you to save time. We want to get back before it gets too cold. Well, I don't have any more clothes, so unless you want to run around naked, those will have to be washed. Otherwise, why bother bathing? Fine then. I'll turn around, just leave them on the edge and let me know when you're in. I wonder, are all humans so ashamed of their bodies? I think you would all be born in breeches if you could. Are you in yet? Good. What? Of course I'm getting in. You don't expect me to strain my back scrubbing them from the ground, do you? Okay, that's as clean as they're getting. How are you doing? Here, why don't you let me get your back? Oh, relax. I'm not going to hurt you. I promise I won't hurt you. But the sooner we get you clean, the sooner I can get you home. That's it. Just relax. See? I'm just scrubbing your back for you. Nothing to worry about. Just splashing water on your back and slowly washing the sweat and grime off of you. Off of your soft skin. So, tell me, human, what do you believe in? Do you believe in luck, in fate, in coincidence? Oh, no real reason. I'm just really curious. Making conversation to pass the time. It's just been so long since I've had anyone to talk to. It's really refreshing. And speaking of refreshing, don't you feel better now that you've finally gotten cleaned up? Let's get you dressed so we can get you back home. Yes, I'll turn around while you dress. But it's not like the water obscures much anyway. Are you blushing? It's cute. I didn't know someone could turn that red. Okay, I won't tease. I'm turning around now, see? You know, I've been thinking about you, about me. We have a few things in common. What do I mean? Well, just think about it. Both of us were exiled, cast out of our homes. Both of us wandered through the wilderness with no help or shelter until we found this place. I would have died if I hadn't found my cabin. And you? You would have died if I hadn't found you. We also have loss in common. You lost your family, everyone you loved. Gone, and for me as well. My brother, the only real family I've ever known. Long since taken away from me. And I'm sorry to bring this up again. I know it's still very painful, but it's just to make a point. Anyways, are you dressed finally? Good. Much better. You look almost as good as you smell now. The point? Well, the point is what led you to be here. And what led me to be here, waiting for you. The loss of family, the banishment, and Of all the places we could have wandered, we both ended up here. And then there's the bed, the chair. Why have I never gotten around to breaking them down for firewood? They were of no use to me. They had to have been meant for you. For us. What other answer could there be? It's fate. It has to be fate. You were meant to be here. You were meant to be with... Why are you backing away like that? Scaring you? Again, but why? I'm only saying the obvious. We're meant to... Don't run. You know you can't outrun me. No, you will not run from me again. Got you. Now stop struggling. I said stop struggling. I could have sat on you and tied you up again instead of just throwing you over my shoulder. I keep saying I won't hurt you, and I mean it. Not unless you make me hurt you. So please, just stop. You're still all wet, and if I let you go and you just freeze to death anyway. If the beast didn't make a meal of you first, we both know you can't survive on your own. You're just too weak, and if I let you go, you'll just die. And I'll be alone again. Well, I'm sorry if that offends you, but it's true. You see how easily I'm handling you. So just stay with me. Let me take care of you. It's not like you have a choice in it anyway. No, I'm not going to let you go. You can dry off by the fire while I cook us dinner, but I'm going to have to tie you up while we sleep. At least until I can trust you not to run off again. I'm sorry, but this is just how it's going to be. It's just fate. That's all. It's just your fate.